All right, guys, we're kicking off the first full week of training in January. As we build towards the open, our skills and as far as the barbell and gymnastics are going to continue to progress, as well as the volume in those skills. So today on Monday, we are going to be starting out with a snatch pull, low hang snatch. You're taking that snatch down below the knee. We're just kind of working on that transition from below the knee, making sure we're still making hip contact. So you have one pull, two below the knee, and then 5 overhead squats. This is going to be relatively light. We're just kind of getting used to the overhead squat before we start throwing it into workouts, as we can see that coming up in the open. We want to start getting more prepared for it. So keep this weight, again, light, and focus on your range of motion and technique before adding load. Okay, so build that consistency in the mechanics before adding any weight. Okay, so we're going to get a lot of reps in the hang snatch in the second part. So, try to really focus on the overhead squat specifically. If you really struggle with the overhead squat and getting to depth, just go as low as you can, maintaining a full, your feet completely flat on the ground. Elevating the heels can help out there, whether it's wearing an ollie shoe or, having, plates or whatever. But if you are using a plate, like a small change plate to raise the heel, just make sure you're going light and it's weight that you can really manage. So that way you're not, in any kind of precarious situation. All right, after that, we have on the 5 minutes for 3 rounds. Okay, we have a 500-meter row, 25 push-ups, and then 25 hang power snatches. Okay, we're capping these at 4 minutes. This is a more of a muscular endurance piece where we have these stamina building workouts where there's larger chunks of each movement. So on the push-ups, just trying to push that into 3 to 4 sets, maybe 5 sets. We have to kind of push the row to somewhere around 2 minutes. Then you have basically a minute to do push-ups and a minute to do the hang power snatches. Now that might be pretty fast for some of you guys. So if you have to scale the weight down on the hang power snatches to hang onto the bar to do 25, either in 1 to 2 sets, that's kind of what we want to really work on today. If you have to kind of break the push-ups up or elevate the push-up, that's fine too. But if you drop that to the fitness where it's 20 and 20 or even 15 and 15, you're still getting 45 of each of those reps in for the whole workout. So really just scaling reps in order to get this done in 3 to 4 minutes. It's probably gonna make 3.5 to 4 minutes, and then getting roughly a minute rest. So we should be moving fairly consistently without having, we won't have a ton of rest here. So keeping this more aerobic. If you have to really push hard, like you're really stomping it to get done in 4 minutes, just scale the reps back so you can get done in 4 minutes comfortably to reset and do it again. All right, Tuesday we're going to work on the complex. We had this in our holiday workout, and as we're looking at building skills and really kind of, elevating some of the skills we've been working on, these gymnastic complexes are really a great way to do it because you have to really show control throughout the movement, and not only that, but being able to change the movement as you go. So we have 5 toes to bar, 3 chest to bar pull-ups, and then 2 bar muscle-ups. That's kind of our top tier of the movement. And then we have 5 kipping leg raises, 3 toes to bar, and then 2 bar muscle-ups. So just kind of, that should be chest to bars. That should be chest to bar pull-ups. And so you can kind of mix this up as you need to, or kipping pull-ups, okay? Like even if you don't have kipping pull-ups, we're just getting you on there moving. You're going kip swings, leg raises. You can add those reps, take them away. We're really just trying to show some fluidity from movement to movement and just see where we can go, and getting some time and using this really as a skill drill, as we're going to get a decent amount of volume in the back end today as far as toes to bar go. So after that, 15-minute AMRAP, 30 and 25 cal bike, 15 box jumps with the step down, and then 10 toes to bar. So a lot of time on the hands today, guys. If you guys can, again, use grips, wear grips, or just working on improving those positions, especially in this first part. And then, if you have to scale that back, thinking like, hey, I'm going to do 30 toes to bar in this first part, and then I'm probably going to do, 4 or 5 rounds there. We're probably doing 80 to 100 toes to bar today, if you're really pushing. So keep that in mind. Take care of the hands and just move steady, especially on that B. Just kind of take the bike relatively consistent as far as just moving steady, box jumps, and then just try to keep your toes to bar in large sets. Wednesday, we're going to start out with front squats times 8 for 4 sets, roughly 70 to 75%. We have a recent 1 rep max, so you're just working on staying consistent, full range of motion, pretty straightforward, more of a muscular endurance hypertrophy rep range today. So just try to keep it around that 70 to 75%. The last set should feel fairly tough. And then after that, real simple workout here, 16-minute EMOM. We have 30 seconds of dumbbell thrusters, 30 seconds of bike sprints on the other minute. So For this workout, guys, we really want to see consistency. So try to hit whatever, thrusters and bike sprint cows that you do in the first round. Just try to hold that consistently throughout. Okay, a 30-second rest, you have a 1-to-1. On the thrusters, it's a really good time to really work on timing and breathing and, pausing at the top and coming back down and just being smooth. And if you can get anywhere from 8 to 12 reps per round, that's going to be pretty good. And then on the bike cows, same thing, roughly 7 to 8 calories on the low end, and then anywhere from 10 to 12 on the high end. But again, you should be able to repeat it. So try to come out a little more conservative. I'd rather see you get faster over the time than go really hard in the beginning and then fall off. Okay. Thursday, we're going to be doing a 12 minutes at 80%. So just moving consistently here, 500-meter row. And then we have that reverse sled push. So again, we have that band on there. We're just pushing the sled backwards. You're just moving consistently through that. You're roughly looking at 3 or 4 rounds for that workout. And then your rest 4 minutes. Then we have that ski and farmer carry. Same thing. At 80%, guys, we want to be breathing in the nose. We're just moving nice and smooth. We're getting full ranges of motion on those pulls on the ski. Keeping it just consistent throughout the whole workout. We're not really trying to push, to where you're really like you can't repeat each round. So again, 80% is something that you can hold for 30 minutes if it was straight. So just keep it at a nice consistent pace. All right, we have Trina's 5-year workout today. We have the Trina Trinity. It's 21-minute AMRAP, 7 power cleans, 7 wall balls, 7 pull-ups, and then on the 3 minutes you'll do a 100-foot D-ball carry. Okay, pretty nasty combo. We should, hopefully our hands are still feeling good. If we took care of our hands earlier in the week, then today we should be able to manage this. The 7 pull-ups shouldn't be super big deal as far as being able to maintain it. On this workout on the power cleans, you could do quick singles. You could do touch and goes for 4 to 3, like 4-3, or even just doing like smaller sets. And then on the wall balls, again, that should be like those 2 movements should be pretty consistent. And this whole workout really is, there's nothing going to be running in the way of being able to do these reps. So keep it kind of consistent on the power cleans. If you feel like you need to rest or slow down, that's where I would kind of gauge my workout or kind of, that's where I would kind of like throttle it back, would be doing singles on the power cleans instead of touch and go reps. And then I would keep the wall balls and the pull-ups unbroken for as long as I can. If you have to break the pull-ups up into 2 sets, 3 sets, that's going to be fine. And then on the minute, we're just doing that 100-foot carry, and it's going to be a heavy carry. So keep that in mind. Just use the D-balls, whatever weight you can hold for 100 feet. That is tough. That's what we're going to be going for. On Saturday, teams of 3, you go, I go. So a 6-minute AMRAP. So, if you have the partners, they do a full round before switching, 3 wall walks, 6 shoulder to overhead, and then 9 kettlebell swings. We're looking at, if you're moving really fast, each partner should be getting around a minute to a minute and a half. And then you're going to rest 3 minutes after that 6 minutes. You do that 3 times. Okay. Again, we're just kind of working on getting used to doing some of this shoulder overhead stuff under fatigue as we prepare for the open and kind of what's coming up. We know wall walks have been consistently in it here recently. So that's what we're going to be looking to do this week, guys, on the Saturday, is just look at moving consistent. If you're really bad at wall walks and they just take you a long time, that's the number I would try to shift first to 2 or even 1. Just get 1 wall walk in and keep moving, just to keep your team moving throughout that. Again, anywhere from a minute to 90 seconds per round per person gets you anywhere from 2 to 3 rounds per 6 minutes. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. We just want to be able to move consistently. If it's taking you 2 minutes around, it's a little slow. So just either scale the weight back or scale the wall walks. All right, if you guys have any questions, let us know. If not, we'll see you in the gym.